Hello, I'm Martin, and I've come to GFW Music in St Austell, Cornwall, to discuss something very close to my heart. Stadium Arcadium is turning 15 this week, at the time of recording, obviously. It's not going to turn 15 every week perpetually, that'd be ridiculous. And we're very passionate about that album and that band, and that Frusciante era of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now that era is going to restart again, it's going to happen again. He's back, he's alive, he's not dead, he's just out of retirement. But we still got this feeling that Stadium Arcadium was the last thing we ever heard. It's 15 years ago we last heard something. And was it as good as it could have been? The answer's definitely no. It's definitely not as good as it could have been. Because it was 28 tracks over 2 CDs. There's very good value for money if you insulated your house with music, or you needed to fill in your compost bin with songs, then it's perfect. However, 28 songs over 2 CDs is not really ideal if you want a classic, tight, exciting album. So we have gotten together to argue about how that should be done. How should we make Stadium Arcadium 14 tracks and excellent?
Yes.
That's precisely what we are here to do. We've agreed it, we've made an appointment.
I don't know if we're going to agree, but we
agreed to turn up.
We agreed to turn up.
And that is maybe where the agreement ends. So there are very simple rules to this Stadium Arcadium challenge. You have to take the 28 track album and cut it in half with scissors so that it's 14 tracks long. You also, without rewriting history, you have to include the 5 singles that came from that album, which is Danny California, Snow, Pump to Bump, Desecration Smile and Tell Me Baby. So you have to, 5 of your 14 is already picked. And we're going to go through this in 2 chunks, first of all. We're going to go through what are easy, I hated that song picks are. The songs where it's don't even know how it got there onto that album. What the hell's that doing there?
Anthony Kiedis was on his oxygen.
If only he was. We'll go through those easy picks, and then we're going to go through what our tough calls were and admit maybe we didn't want to get rid of this song, but we have to get down to 14. That was hard work. And then finally, we're going to present each other with our actual Stadium Arcadium albums that we think it should have been, and disagree on that.
We might agree. You never know.
If we've picked the same album, that's incredible.
That would be mad.
And that would make us categorically right.
Oh, man.
So let's get started. Here are, guys, easy picks.
Number 1 that I've binned is Torture Me.
Yeah, fine. That is fine.
And I've written here that it feels like a By the Way B-side. It's got an underused trumpet in the song. It's got a fake mandolin, which is from Cabron, but it does have one redeeming feature. It does have a banging solo, a proper screaming kind of John Frusciante solo.
This happens a lot though with the tracks that you've been. I found that it's that's got a good solo, but you can't keep
a song because of a good solo.
Yeah,
it's that drum beat's great, but
I hate everything else about it.
I hate everything else. Anthony Kiedis is scatting for no reason. Why is this happening?
But yes, Torture Me, that is something that we can
Torture
agree
Me, cool.
What's your second easy pick?
Me,
yeah, it is.
Torture me, what you want about me?
With sorcery.
With sorcery.
Yeah, it's going to be, if there's one thing that we can definitely also agree on, there's going to be chat about how bad the lyrics are.
Oh.
In some of this.
Number 2, especially in Michigan.
Okay.
Oh no!
See, you've already.
Go?
Oh well, I'll tell you later. But especially in Michigan, falls out of the.
So, the reason I kind of cut this is it's classic. Maybe not Red Hot Chili Peppers, but it's classic Americana. Where it's I'm going to sing about things from America. and name check places in America and things that happen in America because it's about the American dream.
I can definitely agree that, wrap me in your cinnamon.
Wrap me in your cinnamon.
Especially in Michigan.
Only
what?
in Michigan.
Why?
Oh my God,
why there?
Oh dear.
Okay.
Also, there's some classic Red Hot Chili Peppers nonsense singing in it as well, I think. Lions and tigers are coming just to steal your love. Anthony Kiedis won't have that.
Yeah.
He wants your love. Third pick, Come On Girl. And all I'm going to say on this one is Come On Girl is right on time.
Yes. What else have you got?
Okay, so next highlighted one is I've done the same kind of thing, but If.
Yeah.
Hate that song. And what I've written is it's Red Hot Mumford and Sons.
mean, it was in a way a sign of what was.
What is it doing on this album? Kind of thing.
I mean, it belongs on "I'm With You" or the one after that, "The Getaway."
I've not really listened.
I've listened
to either of them.
I've listened to them. I know what they are, and then I've put them back in the box and you back under the bed with you. And,
I've taught some of those songs.
Yeah, but you've not listened to them.
No.
That's very impressive. You're a very fine teacher.
Yeah, just like, here's the tab, we will only play the tab, we will
Okay, I take "If" easily.
Yeah, easily.
Which
Easily.
which if they'd written a song like "Easily", would be happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Okay, and again, I've compared, the next song that I've highlighted, I've compared to another band, Make You Feel Better.
Who have you compared that to? The Feeling?
That is that track. No, that track from the 90s or early 2000s called Two Kings.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Two kings, something to adore you. Now go ahead.
Oh
now.
no.
I'm like, Make You Feel Better is Two Kings.
I remember feeling like that song's just very all on. And I just...
I'm the only one and
and that's the whole thing. 3 minutes of that, put it on the album.
I'm going to go for these two just because. 21st Century.
Whoa! Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay.
21st Century. Now, it was actually one that I struggled with, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Okay, so even though I'm saying it's an easy pick now, it was one I struggled with. Because this is a bop. It's a bop. It's great. But I feel like, in the way that, especially in Michigan, was like classic Americana, like just let's sing about America kind of thing. 21st Century is the classic, right, we're here, we are a current band, let's act like we are modernists, let's sing about the future.
I mean, it's pretty ballsy to say, here's what the 21st century is
about.
like 6 years in.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that was 2006.
2006. That was only just over halfway through. Think about all the other things.
You know, 2050 is halfway through. You have one more.
I have one more.
You have one more. What is it?
So Much I.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. I'm fine with that. Do you know what is? I swear I remember So Much I. They played at like Live Aid or something.
Right.
The 20, Earth Day, whatever the fuck it was.
Earth Day.
But they played it, and I was like, really? That's the song? It's when Stadium Arcadium had been out for a year or two, and you were like, okay, yeah, we know you're going to play Snow and Danny California, and they were like, oh, we're going to play an album track now. And it's like, oh, I like that because a band gets to show you what they care about off that record.
Yeah.
And I was like, that really?
That to me is a jam. It's like one of their live jams that they've just recorded, and Anthony Kiedis has gone, words.
No, it's not that one. But
No. So much something.
But they all
I do things and then stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of filler on it like that. Okay, yeah, easily.
I think we don't really have to say much about that one, do we?
No, there's nothing to say.
Just like...
But we agree.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, it is now time for my easy picks.
Martin J. Stevens.
And his easy picks. Right, okay.
And his easy picks.
I'm going front and centre just because I want to hurt this song.
Oh no! Oh no!
I want to cause this song pain by having it first in my easy picks, and I think it's a well. I mean, it's not necessarily controversial. It wasn't in your easy pick, so it might be in your final record.
Yeah.
But I just remember, right? You know, we mentioned a minute ago how that album was a big deal when we were teenagers, and to teenagers now, it still excites people. Some of the songs.
I went to HMV especially to go and get it. Sat in the bus stop. Like,
this is back when you had to go somewhere especially.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember that, kids? You don't, do you?
Do you remember pre-CeeLo Green?
I remember, like, Danny California would come on, that's how you open this album, and you were excited, and then Snow comes on, it sounds different, but it's still super exciting.
Oh no.
And then Charlie comes on, and I was just like, I remember when I was young, just being like, I'm not bothered about this at all, it's just disjointed, and I just felt like there's a couple of interesting things in this. But I was never that excited by Charlie. That, like, key change between the verse and the chorus just irked me. I was like, why? Don't like it. I don't like it. It's like an emotional response in me. It's like, why aren't all the songs of the album as good as these two singles? Oh, so now I've got to like lower my expectations for the rest of this record, have I?
You waited 15 years to address that issue.
Yeah. It's like the first song says, no, this is an album. You can't have 28 banging tunes. You can't. And I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. And for that, Charlie has to suffer. Okay.
Poor Charlie.
Poor Charlie, because I bet it's either at the end of your tough picks or in your record. And don't tell me,
I won't.
But I just feel like Charlie's liked by people more than I like it. Slow Cheater. Slow cheater coming for me, tell us. I was just like, oh. You know, I don't know if you're a Peep Show fan. You're not, are you? But,
I do.
okay.
I Peep Show.
Well, there's the Jeremy quote of, oh yeah, we're playing the fucking song, duh, 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 duh. And I'm like, yeah, that's what this is. This is.
I do get that. Come and strum my guitar.
Yeah, I mean, at least, as a song it does go somewhere else.
That one makes me feel by the way, kind of.
Yeah, but bad.
Yeah.
Torture Me. Now we agreed on that, didn't we? You killed Torture Me, right?
I'm pretty sure I killed Torture Me. Yeah, it was the first one I killed.
Yeah, and we agreed on If as well.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
It's my If.
You're cutting If as well, yeah?
Kif. Cool. If is, yeah.
Kif?
If gave me the same feelings. I remember, like, I don't know, this might be controversial to say as well, but I don't like really Porcelain on Californication. I just felt like, oh, you wanted to do this slow experiment, like you just want to have your fun. It's like it's there for them, not for me.
I was actually going to say that earlier when we were talking about If.
Yeah, and I just remember thinking like, oh, skip. No, don't like it.
Yeah, you skip Porcelain because you're always like, oh, it's banging, and then. It'd be great if it was like the last track on the album.
Could have got away with it, but it's like in the middle of it all. And it's like, what are you doing? It's just like, am I supposed to pee now? Is this like we're supposed to go get a drink?
Nikitas wants me to.
Strip My Mind. Please don't strip my mind. My gripe with this is I hate that backing vocal hook in the turnaround at the front.
Really?
I'm like, what? What is that? Am I supposed to turn this around and it tells me where Tupac lives now, or what? Yeah, I just remember like that was another totally forgettable. Like coming back when I had the idea for us to talk about this, there were some songs I can just always remember, always get excited about, and there's some songs where I literally have to go and play the album to remind me what the hell they are.
I did that.
Yeah.
When you messaged me, I did that. I was like, oh yeah, banging. Oh,
what's in the middle
what's
there
the
somewhere?
rest?
Yeah, what is that filler? So yeah, Strip My Mind's in there for me. Animal Bar is another song I hate, and I just find it dull, uninteresting.
I agree.
The B section's quite punchy. I remember that. That's quite exciting. But yeah,
I just remember feeling like
like you thought that was the best thing you could do.
I just feel like I'm at like a petting zoo.
Okay, and I think this is also a trickier, easy pick, but I'm not that bothered about Hey.
Oh. Which one's that?
This was my. I thought it was a cotton wool version of This Velvet Glove. Like it's like.
Is that your last?
That is my last of my easy picks.
That's probably going to be the first of my second passes.
Right. Okay. That's. We can call that agreement then. It's like
that's
a Venn diagram style overlap.
Yeah, exactly.
Except Charlie, we can agree on these things. Okay, that's the easy picks. We didn't agree on everything, and words were said. Punches were exchanged, sort of metaphorically speaking. But now it's time for things to get a bit trickier. Guy, what were your tough calls? The songs
my tough calls
that didn't make you 14. Some of which you might have thought, please, can I include them as well? But
Hey.
Yeah.
We're totally in agreement about that.
It doesn't make the 14.
It doesn't make the 14. So this was really on a second pass that I went no, and it was quite hard for me because it's a vibe. It's coherent, and it's actually about something. Yeah. Compared to some of the other, Anthony.
Some of the songs that have made my 14.
And you'll see, like in this second pass, you'll see some of the same themes come up where I've gone, oh, this is a B-side from By the Way, or this is a B-side from Californication.
Yeah. It reminds you of those albums, but again, would they make the cut there? Absolutely not, so why should they make the cut here? Alright, let's have another tough call.
Okay. This might be controversial. Warlocks.
Okay, well, let me just say this is also in my tough picks segment.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Because towards the end of this challenge, you find you've got like 16, and you have to get 2 off the end, and there's a lot of reshuffling and going, oh god, can I really get rid of Warlocks? But
it took me 3 times as long to do the last 14, or the last 7. I like it.
It's a proper, like, to me, I call it, it's a proper Chili Peppers song.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the song that only this band could make.
Do you know what the song's about?
Nah.
No, I
don't know what any of the songs are about. Like,
okay. I mean, when I was listening to it, I was just like, what the f*** is he singing about? He's got a Megatropolis in his hand.
Yeah. Subterranean marching band.
Yeah, what the f*** is a subterranean marching band?
There's a huge black mark against this song for that. I mean, there's a little asterisk against a lot of the songs I've picked.
He might as well been singing Ning Nang Nong Ning Nong.
Yeah.
It
just doesn't make
sense. There are a couple other songs in my pick that I've gone, okay, this feels like a pastiche. It feels like a college band doing an assignment
to sound
like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah,
that's happened a lot. Okay, let's have your third.
Okay, another one, an agreement. Animal Bar.
I was excited to cut Animal Bar. I said it about Charlie. You might as well say it about Animal Bar. But I feel like maybe you don't dislike it as much as I do. Maybe there's something in it that makes it not terrible to you.
Well, maybe I want to go to a petting zoo. Let's put my phone on silent.
Wish we could put Animal Bar on silent.
Yeah.
All right, what's next then?
Wait.
Oh,
I've got a sentence next to it.
You have got a sentence.
It's the Red Hot Strokes. So I'm just going. It's the Strokes, but it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And what I've actually written is Red Hot Strokes / indie band / what?
All right, what's next?
Turn It Up Again.
Turn it again.
Turn it again. Even I did not read that properly.
I
care so little about the song.
Oh, that is. I feel so differently about that.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. I don't.
I'll explain later. But
yeah.
Okay.
I don't. I haven't cut it because I don't like it. I like it, but I've put it's Uplift Mofo Party Plan.
Why not? Like,
I know Uplift Mofo Party Plan is great.
It's proper exciting. The end
it's
of that
great.
Song. Like there's like 80 guitars on it at the end.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I don't not like it, but to me it doesn't belong on this album. It feels like Red Hot Chili Peppers recapturing their glory days.
This is your pastiche thing again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like Red Hot Chili Peppers doing Uplift Mofo Party Plan.
See the Red Hot Chili Peppers as the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's like maybe
see some 50-year-olds with socks on their cocks.
Have we? All right, turn it again. That hurts me. What's next? Now you've put the knife in. Now let's twist it. What's next?
I am going to twist it actually. Storm in a Teacup. 4.
I'm going to have to get to my picks to explain why this hurts so much. But okay.
For the same reason.
Okay.
It's Uplift Mofo Party.
Okay.
All right. That's my only reason.
The only thing I really don't like about that song is I know what you mean. It's like, what is all that?
Man,
it'd be better without it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And Nick is going, I got this great idea, and everyone has to go, okay, we've got to give him one.
Yeah. I feel like he'd be interesting to work with.
I feel like he would not want to work with me, and I wouldn't want to work with him.
My point exactly.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay, last 2.
Your last 2 hard picks.
Yeah, last 2 hard picks.
How else can you screw me?
Ready Made.
Oh my god! This is all my picks, man. All these songs. Not all of them, obviously, but I don't agree.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm now starting to think like there's songs you haven't mentioned that I'm worried are now in your record.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Ready Made, the thing I've written next to it is it's Californication with cowbell.
Yeah, I mean, Ready Made definitely suffers from that thing you were talking about, especially from Michigan, which is, okay, who's in Montana, who's in Delaware. I don't even know if these cities are even in, but it's like the parody thing. Yeah. The joke people make about the Chili's, and it's totally acceptable, is just like, California, Iowa, Washington State, and it's like, okay, well, try going outside the US and see what's out there. I'll admit this now, Ready Made's in my picks, but I can definitely see the negatives. Definitely.
Now, we talked about this one on the internet, just very vaguely, and I said, and I quote, Shagger Keydis.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, okay, what happened here is Guy said that phrase about a song and I tried to guess which song it was, and then because I got it wrong once we stopped, and now I want to know what song, because I mean it could be any 10 of them. That's basically his lyrics.
Any one of the Red Hot Chili Peppers songs.
Go on then, hit me. Which one is Shagger Keydis?
Shagger Keydis is hard to concentrate.
Well, I'm glad you've cut it, because that was, when I just said just now, I'm really worried about what you're picking and what you're not leaving out.
Yeah.
I was really scared Hard to Concentrate was going to be on this album, and it's not. So I'm just happy about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You go ahead and explain why.
It's the classic Anthony Kiedis thing of, I am going to impress a woman with my song. I'm going to be soft and delicate and be like, oh yeah, baby, it's hard to concentrate.
Too.
I have feelings for you, and you're so beautiful. I will honor this woman and something. And I find it hard to concentrate because I can't be sexually explicit. And I'm just like, okay, you're clearly trying to be soft, and it's a soft boy. It's Anthony Kiedis trying to be a soft boy in 2006. Like sonically, it sticks out as a sore thumb as well. Where it's just like,
do you?
Yeah. Agree. Yeah. That kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Okay, that's all my
cool.
second pass picks.
That's great. So, guys, tough and awful picks. And now it's time for my tough and excellent picks of what to cut. And remind me what you agree with here, but I know that we agree on Hard to Concentrate. We've talked about that. So Much I, you cut, right? You did cut So Much I. And I was like, yeah, it's rattly, noisy, fun, doesn't do anything. I also, for the same reasons, cut Make You Feel Better.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, it's just rattling around, being like, cool. Yeah. And it doesn't really do anything other than that. And you're like, okay, well.
Red Hot Chili Peppers on a joyride.
Yeah, just get in the car. She Looks to Me, I've cut. And I think that.
Is that your first proper cut that we didn't agree on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think you must have. I haven't heard you mention She Looks to Me. No Lullaby Kid, no 5%.
It's in my album.
It's in your album, it's not in mine.
Oh.
I mean, She Looks to Me, again, to me, like, there's some songs usually on Jupiter, where I'm like, just forgettable, and I have no emotional tie to them. And there's some songs on Mars where, for some reason, which I'll explain later, I have an emotional tie to them, so they have to stay. And you've hurt me by cutting. So yeah, She Looks to Me. Key changes are not a substitute for songwriting. Just remember that as well. Come On Girl, that was hard for me to cut.
Really, yeah.
That was hard for me to cut. That was and Warlocks for the same reason. So again, I've cut Warlocks. We talked about that, and it was like, I'm at 17. I want to keep. I like emotionally just want to keep that. It's a song, but I want to keep it. So I've got to get rid of Come On Girl, which is a better song than some stuff I've kept, but I just like it better.
I get the feeling that Stadium Arcadium for you was a happy album.
Yeah, I didn't. Whenever it got all melancholic and stuff, I was like, "Oh, get out! Why are you here?"
So there's not much of an age gap between us, but
no, but I mean, an album can mean different things to different people.
But like, I was like an angsty teen by that point.
Yeah, I was just a young kid, happy.
I was 17, nearly 18.
Okay, I just remember like Danny California coming on and being like, "This is up and exciting, and like I want to rock out now for 2 hours."
Great.
And as soon as the album went, hey, sit down, have a feeling with me. I'm like, no!
I don't want feelings!
I want some fun, I want sugar, I want a glass of Mountain Dew.
You want an Uplift Mofo party plan?
A little bit, yeah, but with modern production and a bit more discipline.
Yeah.
And that's what some of these songs are, right?
Yes.
You know. Cool, so this is the toughest, I think, most controversial of my tough calls. And again, I want to say that if it was 15, this would be in there. This would be the one tough call I wish I could pull back. Wet Sand has been cut. Wet Sand has been cut, which is harsh.
Yeah.
Because it's properly exciting, that song.
Yeah.
I like just the little passing chord in the choruses. It's like, oh, that little tension just pulls at me. I think it's a great song, and I've had to cut it because Songs You Hate had to be in the album. When hearing you talk about songs I've kept, I'm like, oh, what have I done? But
Wet Sand was one of the first ones that I was like, I'm keeping that.
But for me, I have kept, especially in Michigan, and she's only 18.
Yeah.
And those two were like at the bottom of the list fighting to stay up, and Wet Sand would have replaced one of those if I felt I could have cut those.
But especially Michigan, I agree.
Yeah, but there's reasons I felt I didn't want to cut those two, so Wet Sand suffers.
I love the verses. I'm not too keen on the choruses in Wet Sand.
Oh, I feel a little bit the other way, I think.
I like the verses. And
I thought about it and I thought it
I
out.
like the modulation effects in the verses. And the wobbly guitar.
That happens often.
Yes. And the end, just like... Also, Wet Sand does fit thematically with what I've done as well.
Yeah. Alright, so we now know what 14 songs each of us have killed, and I guess from that you know which we've kept. But how did we do it? Where are the singles? What order they come in? Have you jumbled things up? Have you messed with the formula? Or have you just been like, yeah, any old order will do? So, here is Guy's Stadium Arcadium Light.
So, I feel like I need to preface my list by saying that I did do everything chronologically. I did a first pass, cut 7 like in order, and then I cut the next 7, did a couple passes again till I got down to my 14. And then I thought, well, I've put all of them in a playlist. I kept them in album order, and I was like, right, all right, how am I going to rearrange these to make it like sound coherent? So what I did is I just sat down. I played all 14 in a row on the playlist in an original album order. I feel like I've done something like the Tool secret album order.
Right.
So the Holy Gift like conspiracy, where it's the original order of the album with the original songs.
Oh, you think that you've just toothed out all the filler?
Yeah.
You really think...
I really think I've found a theme.
That's some like Messiah complex. I
am Anthony Kiedis.
It's like you've deleted 14 tracks and found the truth.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way, so maybe I am wrong.
So we've got Danny California, Snow, Charlie, Stadium Arcadium, Hump to Bump, She's Only 18, Slow Cheetah, Strip My Mind, Wet Sand, Desecration Smile, Tell Me Baby, She Looks to Me, We Believe, and Death of a Martian.
Wow, that is so Jupiter heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty...
That's like uninterrupted Jupiter about halfway through.
Yeah.
Because that is the first 7 tunes, just... That is pretty true, and then you were just like, yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that reflects on how you enjoyed that album at the time. Like, for me, I started to, not stop enjoying it, but I started to be like, oh, I have to compromise now. Like, as soon as Charlie started, I was like, I don't like this song as much. Okay, now it's time for me to pick and choose what I like in here. Seems like that didn't happen for a while for you. Like, you were just enjoying it?
Yeah, so at the time, I was, 17, nearly 18, and he's only 18.
He doesn't like the Rolling Stone.
I still don't. So I had split up with a girlfriend, and I was like, oh no. And I split up with this girl, and I had been borrowing her white Squire Strat with a rosewood fretboard. And I had that guitar when you saw the Danny California video and John Frusciante was playing a white Strat. And I was like, I sat down with Danny California and I worked out that solo by ear. Because something that viewers might not know is back then, it took a month to 2 months for anyone to tab it out and put it on the internet. So I sat there for a week just backwards. I couldn't even have YouTube. I downloaded the video on Windows Media Player and I sat there and worked out the solo by ear. I had to give the guitar back when we broke up.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh no, I'm never gonna find someone else again. Oh. And so when I look at this album, I see like Anthony Kiedis being a bit of bit wet about girls.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, specifically sad girls in this album. And what I think I've done, and this is, especially in 2021, this is the male gaze on a girl that he pities. So when I go through this whole album, he's always singing about women in bad situations who have lost their dreams. And so especially things like Tell Me Baby, when you're listening to Tell Me Baby, and even the video where it starts with all of these people with their broken dreams.
Danny California feels the same way as well, doesn't it? Because it's about Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. You've actually found something in there.
So, I know.
Well, this is what makes it more amusing that I've just made a party album. I've tried to make it as just loud and exciting as I could. Whereas actually, I think you probably got a coherent record there.
She's only 18. Desperate, Tell Me Baby.
Yeah.
She looks to me.
Yeah. That's
and
actually...
I went through it and I listened to it and I was like, halfway through I was like, I'm sad now. I am like listening to like Tom Petty, Free Fallin'.
Okay.
Where he's singing She's a Good Girl, Crazy About Elvis. Where he's like, it's Americana, but they're singing about like their view on an unhappy woman. Which feels, in 2021, is an interesting thing.
Looking back with the 15-year gap.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that back then,
No.
Were you at any point tempted to alter that order at all?
Yeah. I did go back and forth on a couple. So, like, I went back and forth on We Believe. I went backwards and forwards on Slow Cheater, which I know was not one that you were fond of.
No. That, to me, like, if I was in your position, that would have just gone, like, dragged down towards the end. Like, proper, like, out... Like, a 14-track album still has a bit of album filler in it.
Yeah.
Bit of non-single material. And that would be... If that was my list, I would have gone down.
So, I sat there, I listened to it start to finish, and I was just like, this feels like a coherent album.
Okay, well, wow, you've shut me up, to be honest. You have shut me up a bit. Well done.
I think that's
very impressive. Okay, well, my picks are songs that are either loud and exciting, or just have a cool guitar tone at one point that I can't bear to not listen to. Like the idea of some of these guitar tones or some of these exciting choruses, despite the song they're attached to, or sometimes feeling like I didn't get the themes of the song or I don't care what it's about, but this sounds exciting, so I'm keeping it. And then I tried to make that go around. Oh, my other question for you is, would you have cut any of the singles if I'd let you? Because Hump to Bump doesn't maybe fit.
Yeah, Hump to Bump doesn't fit.
Not as well.
No, I mean, like... It's again, like, there's this whole balance of Anthony Kiedis being horny, and Anthony Kiedis, like, wanting to... He's basically a simp. Is Anthony Kiedis, like...
Again,
horny?
ahead of his time.
I know. Ahead of his time, man. He's just out there simping. Be like, I take care of you, baby. I'll make it better.
You don't like the Rolling Stones?
I will make you feel better. She's only 18.
I'll buy you a cigarette.
I'll buy you a cigarette. Yeah.
Alright,
Jeez, man. Yeah, so Hump to Bump it doesn't quite
It's the
fit.
weakest of those singles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like I'm going to hop on the hip-hop bandwagon. Like... And it wasn't... Like, Chris Rock was in the video.
Yeah.
Why was Chris Rock in the video?
They're buddies.
Why was
he
it like...
introduced them at Thingy as well.
Oh, really?
They're buddies. I think they know each other. He knows who the Red Hot Chili Peppers are.
Does he?
And the Red Hot Chili Peppers collectively know who Chris Rock is.
Huh? Collectively.
Showbiz
Does
trivia.
John Frusciante know who Chris Rock is?
Yeah, someone probably pointed over this. That's Chris Rock. It's time for now my Diet Stadium Arcadium. My Stadium Arcadium Zero.
Well, I've got the European
version
of Stadium Arcadium.
Well, I've got the version that goes to different cities in America and just shouts them out. Okay, so first, and we agree there's no other way to open this album than with Danny
It's
California.
got to be Danny California.
I did try. I was like, can I really annoy you and put something else first? And I couldn't do it. It didn't make any sense.
Especially in Michigan.
Yeah, front and centre. This is the number one. And I've actually had to do the thing where, because it's just a bunch of loud songs plus some quiet ones, I've had to like do that a bit and like make the tracks just map like in a feel kind of thing rather than any themes. I don't know what any of the lyrics are about. I just was like, it sounds loud and exciting. So the only way to start this record, as we agree, is Danny California.
Yes.
I put another single second, but I went with Tell Me Baby.
Okay, yeah.
I thought Tell Me Baby is second on Mars, so I was like, get up the order, it's bouncy, it's exciting. And now...
Yeah, like, would you put two singles at the start, like Snow and Danny California? That felt a bit weird to me on the original.
Yeah. You've got 28 songs and 2 of the singles are up front, but then I've done the same. So...
But
21st...
I think it's a better choice.
Thank you.
Than Snow.
That's great. That's fantastic. My third is a song you cut, and I've kept it in, and it's 21st Century.
Oh.
And
right.
I put 21st Century here because they're both quite squelchy, those two.
Squelchy.
They are both like, the bass tone,
Yeah.
They both, to me, feel like squidgy songs, like they've got a stressful feel to them.
Yeah.
And I always, as a child, would listen to Mars and just skip Hard to Concentrate, because I was like, oh. And I felt like, to me, that became what the album actually goes like. Tell Me Baby to 21st Century.
Because there's always those like repressed portions of an album.
Yeah.
Where you go like, yeah, I love this.
And then
it's almost like unconscious, like you just skip.
Fourth, so now because I've got to go down a bit to come back up again, I've now gone Desecration Smile, Snow.
Yeah, that will bring you down.
That will bring you right down. It's like, settle in. Come on, sit down.
Snow always feels like very, like...
It gets up again at the end, you see.
Snow feels like transcendent. It's like one of those songs where they're like, I'm just going to sing about the nature of existence. The more I see, the less I know.
The more I've got to... There you go.
Yeah.
I had it lower down for a bit, and it wasn't really working, sitting in amongst, like... a bit more like stuffing at the end of the album a bit, and I thought, I've got to get up and out of there, and then I had to sort of make this little exciting distortion guitar valley where these two songs happen. It's nice and quiet, and I tried to get Snow into a kind of Californication position in the album.
Yeah.
I wanted that song to be a bigger deal
because
than
it is
was.
good. I mean, it's stood the test of time. Like, you see YouTubers these days all going like, songs that you think are easy but are actually hard. And it's still, kids hear it and go, oh, amazing, how do I play that? That sounds like it'd be fun. Little do you know you're going to be working on it for the next year. Yeah,
I never managed it as a young'un, that song. I was too naive to, again, sounds easy, it's hard, he makes it sound so easy. Yeah. And I'm probably naive to think that Snow could ever be as big a deal as Californication, but I wanted to put it in the middle there and try and make it feel like that.
I'd say Snow is more of a deal. From what I see of my students, Snow is more of a deal these days than Californication.
Okay, I think you cut this one, Ready Made. In fact, these two songs are together, Ready Made and Especially in Michigan, and that's my Tour of America section.
Yeah.
For a trip
those are like the two that I cut because they're a Tour of America.
I hate that about them, but I just find the riff in Ready Made properly exciting. They harmonise it with like thirds at the end.
Oh.
And it's like
pushing the harmony boat out right there.
Yeah, it's exciting, and I don't care about all these cities you're listing, but I tune him out a lot. I tune Anthony Kiedis out a lot.
Is it just like his version of the State song from America?
Probably. Especially in Michigan. Again, I know it's terrible lyrics, but I just found the guitars kind of exciting in it. I found the chorus kind of exciting, although you criticised it a minute ago.
There's two parts of the song, isn't there? There's like Anthony Kiedis doing the Anthony Kiedis thing, and there's John Frusciante doing the John Frusciante.
Okay, so I paired these two together the same. Actually, these three are the same as they are on Jupiter, and that's Stadium Arcadium, Hump to Bump, and she's only 18. Stadium Arcadium, you can't cut the name of the album. Hump to Bump is a single. Not that I'm that keen on it, but I probably would have kept it anyway. She's only 18. I kind of...
Shagger Kiedis.
Yeah, I kind of found that song a little bit like, dude, you're 43.
Yeah.
Should you be singing this? Not in a like... age gap way, but it's just like, dude, have you got something else to say by now? But the chorus is proper exciting.
Yeah.
It's like half-time, and I love half-time, and the guitar's mental in it. I think it's properly exciting. So now, my last 4 songs of the album is basically the last 4 on Mars. Storm in a Teacup, We Believe, Turn It Again, and Death of a Martian. And I was very upset that you took out Storm in a Teacup and Turn It Again, because here's what would happen, right? Again, you keep mentioning like I'd pick up the guitar and play along to this, right, and stuff like that. I would basically be able to set Mars going at this point and go through those 4 on a guitar like a set, and I can't break them apart.
And they're similar energy, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, We Believe's a bit quieter.
Yeah.
Death of a Martian, though, I think in the same way that like. If you cut,
it's such an album ender.
It's such an album ender. That's exactly right. That's what I was going to say.
When he's like at the end, it's like that scene from Pulp Fiction, where he's like reading scripture.
Yeah,
to the guy,
it's actually like a bit of Guitarist has done something right here for some reason. He's just saying stuff, but I find it quite exciting. He's doing it
compelling.
He's done it in a way he's not done it before.
Yeah,
you know, before then he hadn't like spoken like he's preaching or something. But he had gone a million times before. But he did something completely different. And I was like, oh, I've not heard him do that. And I feel quite like overpowered by it. Yeah. So maybe one of us could have cut that song because we don't like it, and there'd be an interesting discussion about how you end the album. Yeah. But because we both like it and think it's an album ender, it's just as important as we both agree Danny California has to start, that song has to end.
It's like Snow, where it's just like about life. Where it's like Anthony Kiedis, some of his best stuff is like just about life, and then some of his best stuff is about like Californication, the song itself. It's like it's the zeitgeist, isn't it? It's like complete sign of the times kind of thing.
See, I think I'm quite Mars heavy in my picks. There's a few Jupiters in there, but there's a lot more Mars in there. I don't know if there's actually a difference, but I feel like I don't know. They would probably tell us. There's a huge conceptual difference between Mars and Jupiter. I don't know if I see it.
No.
And it might just be that you have 14 on this CD because that fits on the CD, and you got 14 because it'd be weird to have 12 and 16 or something. I think maybe we both agree as well that Hump the Bump could have been cut if we'd allowed it and rewritten history, but then we wouldn't have had that weird music video. Not weird, but just like something to put on Scars.
Yeah. Oh God.
And I guess what I was also going to ask, now you don't really bother with those albums, but I think we can both agree that this version of Stadium Arcadium, in either case, there's no songs on I'm With You and The Getaway that are going to get on this record, is there? No. Nothing. I mean, I like 1 or 2 songs off both of those albums, but again, they don't touch this.
Same.
We're probably never ever going to get a Californication or a Blood Sugar Sex Magic. I don't know if we agree on even what the best album is, but for me it's Blood Sugar Sex Magic, but that's long gone. There's no way we're getting another one of them, not a chance. I was waiting for it in the noughties, I didn't get it then, I'm not going to get it now. You might have a case for getting another Californication, and to be honest, I think there's probably a case for getting another Stadium Arcadium, because I honestly think, like, my version of Stadium Arcadium, I would prefer to By the Way.
Proper banger.
It's just loud and happy and exciting, and that's what they're supposed to be. Why have you got feelings? Crack on with it.
See, I think I prefer, like, themes for different albums. So I feel like, right, this is the sound of Blood Sugar, this is the sound of Californication, this is the sound of By the Way, and what I've done is this is the sound of Stadium Arcadium. That you've got Sad Boy Hours. Sad Girl Hours. Sad Girl Hours.
Sad hours.
Sad hours.
Of all kinds.
Can't male gaze Anthony Kiedis. Sad Girl Hours.
You'd feel really duped if you thought that's who he was and then you listened to Sir Psycho Sexy, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
On that sexy note.
Sir Psycho Sexy. Me, sometimes I feel I need to scream.
Okay, on that excellent note, it's time to bring to a close this wonderful 15th anniversary celebration of Stadium Arcadium. Who did it right? Who got it right? Did Guy's light version float your boat, or does my Party Bangers diet version suit you a bit more? If you liked the Red Hot Chili Peppers, come to GFW Music with Guy and St Austell and learn some of their songs, because He knows them. He actually understands them. I'm just like, wow, that's loud. So,
I love loud noises.
if you like music at any volume, come down and have a go. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your time.
This was great.
Fun.
Thank you.
If you want to try out these different versions of Stadium Arcadium, you can find links to playlists on Spotify and YouTube in the description below, so you can see which of these two versions of Stadium Arcadium you prefer. If you have your own take on this and you have a 14-track version of Stadium Arcadium, please put it in the comments. I'd love to see what your version of events are, and if there's any terrible decisions we've made or glaring omissions, let us know. We won't change anything, but we do like to know. It's interesting. Again, thanks for watching, and follow Guys a Guitarist and Martin J. Stevens on the socials, or subscribe to us on YouTube. We both have channels and we're both putting content there all the time, so hopefully see you there.